Finally, we are gonna do this. I'm excited about this because I made a post in the community tab about me doing a Q&A. And this is since December. We are now in February. You guys left 62 questions for me or 61. Now I'm checking it's 61 or 62, something like that. But I only took a glimpse of like 3 to 4 of the questions and I was like, wow, these are some good questions. But why haven't I done the Q&A? Why haven't I done the Q&A? Nothing else but procrastination. I've made many videos, maybe over 100 videos since I made that post, or maybe 200. I make a lot of videos. Let's just put it out there. Make a lot of videos. So if you're new around here, expect a lot of videos from me. But I don't know why I didn't do the Q&A. Today I said I have this video to talk about the PFA Player of the Season award. I have some other things to talk about that I actually want to talk about that I made community tab posts about. But I said, you know what? Let me take some time and do this Q&A. Even if I have to take a few days to edit it, at least record it, get it on wax and get it out of the way and continue doing the Q&A because Q&As are very, very good. You guys get to ask your questions and I get to be honest and answer them to the best of my ability. And that's what I'm about to do right now. No pressure whatsoever. I'm going to try to keep it as real as I can. So let us dive into this. First question is from a longtime subscriber of mine. He hails from Mexico. AVJ123. And in his badge, he has the Club America logo. And I have the Club America cap right here. So AVJ, man, AVJ, I got the Club America cap right here for you. This is for you, bro. This is for you. Okay, you know what? Let me just slip it on, do a double cap thing just for you, AVJ. But I'll be keeping this black cap on today. So AVJ asks, would you ever consider making videos about the CONCACAF Champions League that starts around February? My answer is no. To be completely honest, no. I don't watch the MLS. I don't watch Mexican football, Liga MX. I don't watch Caribbean club football. I don't watch any North American club football. I watch European club football. That's, that's where I'm invested in. So I won't be watching the CONCACAF nations, I won't be watching the CONCACAF Champions League. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that in the future I wouldn't, catch a game or two, but right now, not following it. Maybe I should start following it. So let us see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But great question, though. Great question. On to the next question. Iran Chiminsa, he asked. He has 2 questions. What equipment do you need to have to be a YouTuber and how expensive is it? So Iran Chiminsa is obviously trying to make YouTube videos. Well, what equipment do you need to have to be a YouTuber and how expensive it is? I think you already have the equipment to be a YouTuber. You could use your cell phone. I make a lot of videos using my cell phone and a lot of videos using my Canon DSLR camera like I'm doing right now. But if I'm out in the field or I'm somewhere else in the house, I could pop out my cell phone that I paid almost $1,000 for. Well, the cell phone is actually more expensive than the camera, and that's all you need to make videos on YouTube. The audio is pretty decent. It's actually better than the camera's audio. With the camera, you'll have to buy external microphone and maybe even software to get it sounding good. But with the cell phone alone, you'll be just fine. You have the gear already. Just go for it, okay? Number 2. And yeah, I already give you the price. Your cell phone, any cell phone. Just start. Start and improve as you go along. Number 2, how much do you make from YouTube truthfully? Do you make money more from the number of views or likes made on your videos or from subscribers? Well, the way you make money on YouTube is from views. Or you could have brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate links, and whatnot. But the way I make most of the money on YouTube is from Google AdSense, ad revenue. Before the video comes on, there's an ad or two. And during the video, there's mid-roll ads. When the subscribers or viewers watch those ads, I make money. How much money do I make? Not a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money. I can't give you exact numbers right now, but YouTube is not a job for me. This is more like a hobby or something I do on the side. Because I love football, I just want to talk about it. It's not motivated by making money. If I can make some money, I try to capitalize. But the primary goal of this channel right now as we speak is not to make money. The channel is only 3 years old. It won't start generating good income until maybe a few years from now, if I'm still doing this, which I wanna still do it in a few years, like up until maybe World Cup 2026, where I'll get to attend some of those games, hopefully keeping my fingers crossed. But I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I didn't make $5,000 in 2019 on YouTube. Yes, I didn't. This is not a job for me. And YouTube, when you talk about football on YouTube, it doesn't make a lot of money unless you get a lot of views. Unless you get a lot of views in America or in countries where the CPM rates are like really high. But I'm not motivated by money. I have a job. I went to work for 12 hours today and I'm getting paid. For this video, I'll probably make $5 the most. And the fact that most of you guys don't even watch the ads and you skip the ads makes it worse. I make less. But in terms of how much I make on YouTube, there you go. If you're motivated by money, don't start a YouTube channel. You're going to get disappointed. You're going to be really disappointed and depressed, and you're going to quit. So if you're doing it for money, please don't. Okay? Next question. Jiga Karun. What are your goals on this channel in the next year and decade? Great question. Well, my goal has always been to share my thoughts with people all around the world and share my passion for the sport of football with people all over the world. There's a few things that's going to come with that. You make a little money. Basically, pocket change, pocket change. Not a lot. I'm an adult. I'm a grown man with responsibilities, with house, kids, car, bills, and whatnot. You name it, I got it. This money is like pocket change to buy coffee or to, just buy beer. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's something, but it's not a significant amount for me to act like, yeah, I'm a big YouTuber and I make a lot of money. No, I'm not there. I don't get the views to make money. Views equal money. If every video I drop gets 100,000 views, then I'll start making some serious money on YouTube. Especially if most of the viewers are in the United States of America or Australia, where the CPM rates are high. My goal is just to keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep doing what I'm doing, do it to the best of my ability. Just try to be fun and entertaining in the way I do things and just be myself. And just talk about the things that I'm interested in and the things that I want to talk about. I basically just want to be me on the channel. I don't have like subscriber count goals or this goal or that goal. It's just to keep talking about football. As long as football is playing, I'll be here to cover tournaments, to talk about the English Premier League, to just talk about anything football. Live my life, take care of my responsibilities, and just talk about football in my spare time. That's basically what I do, because this is not a full-time job. It's not a full-time job where I have to keep up with a schedule. There's no pressure here. And it's basically, that's my goal. And I expect the channel to keep growing and growing and growing. But to be honest, I'm not trying to make this into a job or something. This is not going to be like, I'm going to quit my job and this is all I'm going to do. Because, you need health insurance and you need a steady income. This is volatile. One day you could be getting a lot of views and tomorrow the viewers turn on you. You say something dumb and you get, blackballed. So this is just going with the flow basically and trying to improve as I go along. I'm only 3 years old in YouTube years. Only 3. So I have a lot to learn still, and I appreciate you guys just taking this journey with me to enjoy this lovely sport of football. To be honest, I'm a regular person just like you. It's just that I take the time to talk about football. It's like, it's my hobby. It's a habit of mine. It's like some people want to go and sit at the bar and drink, or some people want to go and party, or some people want to go and just hang out or do whatever they want to do. Me, this is what I do. I think about this all day, coming up with ideas and whatnot. This is my fun time, basically. It's fun to make videos. It's fun to make stuff and put it out there and see how people respond to it. And that's one thing that keeps me coming back and back and back and back. You got to be very careful with what you're doing on here too. So it's not very easy. It is not. It's not easy. Try it sometime and you'll see what I'm talking about. But Giga Karun, I have no set goals. I just want to keep doing this and just have fun. And once I do that, everything's going to be all right. I'll stay relevant as long as I do that. Aniket B. The Indian League's winners, both ISL and I-League, got automatic AFC Champions League and AFC Cup spots respectively. Your thoughts on this, please? Would appreciate it. Cheers, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for the insight. This is news to me. I don't really follow the AFC Champions League nor the AFC Champions Cup, which is similar to like the Europa League. I really don't follow these competitions anymore. I tried to follow the AFC Champions League maybe in 2017, I think, or 2018, and I failed miserably. I couldn't keep up with all the football. Seriously, it's very difficult keeping up with it. And I have a very, very busy life. I work 52 hours a week at my job and I be really tired. I have kids, I have a wife and all. So I really don't have time to be checking out all these other leagues. And, football is like infinite. I just can't keep up with everything. But it's nice to see the Indian teams getting automatic spots in the AFC Champions League. That's how I feel about that. Because I reckon they didn't have automatic spots, at least in the AFC Champions League before. So that's a good thing. And it could definitely help in the development of Indian football. Kevin Oblaki, he has questions. I doubt he would see this video because he's not really on YouTube like that anymore. But yeah, Kevin, when was the last time you threw away something in the trash? Very, very funny question. Well, the last thing I threw away in the trash was actually chocolate wrapper. M&M's chocolate wrapper. I shared the last piece with my son Liam and then I throw it out in the garbage. That was the last thing I threw away. And I actually just put out the garbage today. Today's garbage night, so I put out like 2 big garbage bins tonight. So there you go. What is your favorite fashion brand of camera clothing style. Okay. Favorite fashion. Well, I'm not really so much into fashion, but man, I'm just a simple guy, man. I'm just a simple guy. I grew out of these things. Seriously. I would like to believe that I have style, but guys, when you become an adult, man, in New York City, a responsible adult who takes care of his responsibilities, his kids, his, house and wife, and these things don't even matter anymore. Seriously. In the wintertime, I just like to get some nice hoodies and some nice warm pants, and that's basically it. I'm not really into, the expensive fashion and all of that. I like football gear. I love football stuff, football jerseys. But you did say off-camera stuff and all of that. But I don't go out much, so I hardly buy stuff. Seriously, I'm a simple man. Seriously, so yeah. Next question. Best prank you ever pulled on someone? Well, best prank I ever pulled on someone. I pulled a few pranks on my wife Tanis before. Well, I called her upstairs, and when she came up, I had the lotion in my hand, and I squirted her with the lotion in her face. Or I scared her another time. But I'm not really that much of a prankster like you are, But my wife did, pull a prank on me one time. And we actually have it on video too. And I came home from work or something like that. I think I came home from work, or I was in the bathroom, and she called me out and she said like her foot was bleeding. And I'm like tripping out, and I'm like, oh my God, look at the blood. Oh my God, where did it come from? And I went down and I'm trying to find out what's wrong with her foot. And like she's up there like laughing, and I'm like, why? What happened? And then I realized it's like fake blood, So she really got me with that one. That one she got me with. So I was like, oh my God, my wife is losing too much blood here. But yeah, I'm not much of a prankster though. But thanks for the question, Kevin, and all the best over on TikTok. I think you went on TikTok. Jiga Karun asked another question. He has a few more questions. Okay, so he asked, what's the most awkward situation you've been in? Well, I've been in some pretty awkward situations in my life. Well, when you say awkward, awkward, being fired from my previous job, and being like almost getting fired from my current job. Those were some really awkward situations I found myself in, and I'm like, I don't want to be in those positions anymore at all, Just simple slip-ups, and then you have backstabbing co-workers who don't help you out, or who don't have your back, basically. Backstabbers, and get in trouble. And it was an awkward time. Awkward few days at home waiting for the decision pending. And it all worked out, and I learned a lesson, man. That happened in 2019, and I'm like, woo, I want to avoid situations like that as much as possible. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But with the last job I actually got fired from, which was like in 2013, like I was junior mechanic, and all I had to do at that place, that rental company, was basically preventative maintenance, which rotating tires where we were supposed to rotate the tires, we never did. Change the oil in the filter, and lapses in concentration. You forget to tighten, the drain plug properly, and then they rent the car, and somewhere along the journey, the plug falls out and all the oil drains out the engine. Well, it happened a few times. I got a few letters, and then final time it happened, they say, wait, we gotta let you go, man. You messing up our cars too much here. And But I swore I tightened those drain plugs though. But since that happened, I made sure it never happened to me again. So keep my fingers crossed. I've been good ever since. So those were some very, very awkward times in my life. Thank you very much for the question. So Jega Karun has another question. He asks, which is the best song that can be played after scoring a goal song, and which clubs have it? For me, it is Na Golisi at NK Domžale and some other Slovenian clubs. Well, I'm not part of that culture. I'm really not part of that culture, so I don't know. I guess for the City fans, it would be Blue Moon, and for Liverpool fans, it would be like, You Never Walk Alone, and so on and so forth. But I don't go to football matches. I follow the Premier League, but I live in New York, so I really don't know. Seriously, I don't know. That's the best way I could answer that question. Fuzma Jalo. Hey Dom, I'm a big fan of the channel. Do you think Man City should go all guns blazing and try to win the Champions League before Guardiola leaves? Especially as it will give them a chance to win 2 more international trophies afterwards. Enjoy your life with your family. Thank you, man. Well, this question has not... I should say this question aged very well because it is still very relevant. We should definitely try to win the Champions League, but we play Real Madrid and I'm not confident of beating Real Madrid across 2 legs. Seriously. Even if we get past Real Madrid, I'm not confident that we get past the team in the quarterfinal unless we meet a Valencia or let's say even a Leipzig or Atalanta, or if Lyon goes through, or maybe if a Chelsea goes through, or Tottenham, they'll maybe. But I don't think we're gonna win the Champions League this season. We're not winning the Champions League this season at all. And the 2 trophies that we could win after that is a Club World Cup and the UEFA Super Cup. Yeah, you could forget about those. Guys, I'm all doom and gloom here, but this is the best way I can see things. We are not winning the Champions League. City are not winning the Champions League. We're not. Maybe next season. If we go out there and spend some money, bring in some reinforcement, and not just spend the money smart, bring in some reinforcements, and then shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, this season, we are not it. Definitely not it. Advenko, he says, do you have any guilty pleasures? Oh, man, what do you mean by guilty pleasures, man? Of course, we all have guilty pleasures. We all have guilty pleasures and, try to do better with that. But guilty pleasures. Damn. Maybe I eat too much ice cream and I shouldn't eat a lot of ice cream. Wink, wink. And, guilty pleasures. I really don't partake in too many guilty pleasures these days, Seriously. Before, I used to, like to have multiple women. But not anymore. Settle down, behaving myself, a good boy, wink, wink, And I'm married now, you know what I'm saying? So I can't partake in those guilty things and guilty pleasures anymore. But guilty pleasures, nah, not really. But that's a great question, though. That's a great question. But right now I'm just chilling, man. I'm not doing things I'm not supposed to be doing right now. Seriously. Maybe watching too much football, like while I'm at work and I'm watching a lot of football while I'm there waiting, in the pickup at work. Maybe that's a guilty pleasure. But otherwise, nah, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy these days. Next question, Madhu Fall. Do you think Manchester City will sign a new centre-back during the January transfer window? What are your chances of Leroy Sané going to Bayern? Well, we did not sign a new center back during the January transfer window. We didn't sign a single soul. Only thing we did was let Angelino go to RB Leipzig, where he's actually starting games and taking free kicks and stuff. So they see him as an important player. We don't. We didn't sign any center backs. And in terms of Sane, Bayern looking to splash the cash big on Sane this summer. I hope he doesn't leave. Sane is a very, very important player. And he has missed all season, the whole season. Hopefully, he's fit enough to make an impact in the Champions League. And in the FA Cup, hopefully he could take part in the Carabao Cup final. And he could help us just secure one of those top 4 spots to be in the Champions League next season. But great question. Didn't age well, or I just didn't answer the questions fast enough. But thank you. Chirag Vyas. He says, tell us about your experience in India. Oh man, you want me to tell you about my experience in India? Guys, if you guys don't know, maybe I retired now, but I'm a sportsman. I didn't play football. I used to play cricket. Just for your information, if you didn't know this about me, I used to play a lot of cricket. And I represented the USA at the youth level. I went to India. I went to Sri Lanka to play cricket. My experience in India, it was kind of surreal. Like, I'm in India right now. Like I'm in India. This boy from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, rural village in St. Vincent. I'm in India, So, and from growing up watching cricket in India, and I'm like, I'm in India right now. I'm playing cricket against Indians, And I could remember I played against Ambati Rayudu when he was like an outcast of Indian cricket, and he's now an outcast again. But I don't know if some of you guys in here remember when there was an ICL T20 tournament, like a breakaway from BCCI and all of that. But yeah, I went to India, played a few cricket matches, and then I went to Sri Lanka and took part in a tournament where I had like the worst side strain ever. I had like, oh my God, that was the worst side strain ever, I'm telling you. When I bowled, oh man, I would feel like my whole back and my side would drop out, the left side. But after it warmed up a bit, it would be good. And then when I cooled down, But my experience in India was a good one. Made friends, We ate a lot of KFC. We didn't really eat the local food too much, maybe 1 or 2 times. We drank bottled water, and I didn't get sick or anything. It was a nice experience. I would love to go back to India as an adult. I was a kid, I was like 19. So it would be a nice thing if I go back while I'm an adult, This Q&A is getting real, man. It's real. I'm sharing things about myself that you guys didn't even know. Yeah, but my memories in India isn't, I didn't really do much. We were there as a team, so not like we really got to like do a lot of things, or I actually was paying attention to, everything, but it was fun. Crossing the streets, one of the most difficult tasks you could think about, busy streets of Hyderabad. So it was a fun experience, to see that side of the world. It will live with me forever, so I don't know if I'll ever go back to India. I had another opportunity to go back to India, but I didn't go. But, it was a great experience. So thanks for the question. Noze Batina, what do you think of the World Cup being hosted in Qatar at winter time with all the best players in the world leaving their clubs in the middle of the season? Great question. I was actually thinking about that the other day, and I didn't actually think about that at first. I was like, ooh, a winter World Cup. This is good. This is good for change, from the summer to the winter, this is good. Let's see how this one works. But the other day I was like, oh man, the season would start. The 2022-23 season is going to start, and then bam, you have to curtail the season and then go to the World Cup, and after the World Cup come back. How's that going to work? How is that going to work? That's an interesting thing to think about. How is it going to work? Are the seasons going to start a month earlier? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Are they going to have less games that season? I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't know how they're going to do it. And this is going to affect every single league in the world. Every league. Well, maybe not the countries that didn't qualify for the World Cup. You know, they could continue if they want. You know what I mean? Or the leagues could continue if they want and just play without the key players. But I don't think that's going to happen. Like, everybody, this is the World Cup. The world has to stop and watch. Nothing else should be going on when World Cup is going on. But it's kind of crazy. When you think about it, it's like, how is it going to get done? What are they going to do? Would they suspend a few of the cup competitions that season? You know? How are they going to do it? How are they going to do it? We'll just have to wait and see how this one pans out. This is something good to think about, but that's a great question. That is a great question.